What's the deal, kings and queens? It's your girl, Lady L. I look rough as fuck, but we about to have a story time. Mind your business. Anyways, I am the host and creator of a cute little podcast called, and it's streaming anywhere you listen to your podcast. So if you a real one like I know you are, then you're going to do what I know that real ones do. And we ain't even going to go into that. We finna jump into this story time. So we're in the middle of a panoramic.
I don't got that kind of time because it's a panoramic. Okay?
Your girl is single as a Pringle. And after a conversation with my mom about how I need to get out there and try again, I decide to give this dating world a try. I'm going to make this story fun, cute, and quick because I hate long fucking YouTubes. So we're going to talk about Hinge, right? I'm on the app for about 2 weeks. It's just not really giving, and that's cool. But, you know, I'm optimistic. I'm over here trying to see what I can find out. As I'm on there, I meet this gentleman. We're going to call him Randall because, I mean, listen to that name. No offense to anybody named Randall, but I mean, come on. That's a setup. So, meet Randall. Randall is 6'3", basketball build, chocolate, cocoa putter baby vibes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sexy as fuck. His prompts, because on Hinge it's basically like a Tinder. You know what I mean? But instead of the swiping, well, you still gonna swipe, but like if it's somebody that you're interested in, you have to comment on either a prompt or a picture. So a prompt being like best travel story, and then they tell you their story or whatever, or the picture. And then if they are also interested, they can either match with you, or they can match with you and you start the conversation, or you do, or they can respond, you know, and then y'all converse, whatever. So Randall is cute as fuck. His prompts are very articulate. He's giving education. He's giving common sense. I'm interested. So I comment on one of his prompts. A couple of hours later, he responds. I'm like, okay, we got a little gas. Let's see. And he is, and so we're talking back and forth. So we talking back and forth for probably about a week on the app. Maybe almost 2. It was almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. It was like a week and some change. And we're talking back and forth. And as we're talking back and forth, he's taking a long time to ask for my number. So I'm like, fuck it. YOLO. YOLO, bitch. Give him your number, girl. So I give him my number, and I'm like, you know, text me because we could talk faster. And he doesn't text me right away. But I mean, I expected that. So about 2 days later, he texts me. He doesn't respond to me giving him my number. He just texts me. So he texts me 2 days later in the morning. We're talking. Things are going swimmingly fucking well. And it's giving, like, he's got a good job. He ain't got no kids. Not good job like he just balling out of control, but good job as in, like, he don't live with his mama. You know what I mean? Like, in the 21st century, the way that dating is set up, the standard is very much different. So, you know, he's got his own car. He doesn't have any kids. He has a good job. He's very much giving equally yoked. So I'm like, okay, cool. Mind you, not only are we having stimulating conversation, but he's not being a freakazoid in any fucking matter. He's not giving raper van, creepy vibes, let's link and we only known each other for 20 minutes. Like, it's giving very much, you know, grown man vibes, grown men teens. So, if you live in Houston or Texas area, then this is right before the freeze. So probably at this point, now we're approaching about a week or so before the freeze. So the weather is shitty spaghetti. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we kind of flirt with the idea of linking, but the weather was like, no, but really that was the Lord saying, honey. So we're talking and we're texting back and forth for about a week. So I don't know what it was about the 7th day, but he felt spicy this particular day. And this is when shit starts to unravel rather quickly. So hold on to your pearls, because it's going to take you fast. Like that Superman ride at Astroworld. If you from Houston and you got to go to Astroworld, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It just was out of nowhere. So on this particular day, he's spicy. You know what I'm saying? He's giving very much sexual, flirty energy. So the conversation is more so like talking about different positions that, you know, what kind of things turn you on in a man. You know, y'all know. I ain't got to tell you because you already know. And so as we get into the night, we go from texting to voicing each other now. So then he asked me, do you have any kinks or fetishes? So my spirit could feel that it was finna be some bullshit. So I was like, I don't have any, you know, nothing weird. You know what I mean? I'm not R. Kelly pissing. It's not giving 50 Shades of Grey at all. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do my thing, but, you know, I don't have to do the most. It's not taboo of, you know, how I get down or whatever. So I'm like, no, you know, it ain't nothing crazy. But what about you? Because usually I could feel that it was a setup to something greater. So he says, the only thing, and it's a little taboo, is I enjoy watching men ejaculate. So, like, my porn preference is men, like gay men jacking off, or, you know, just watching men come.
What did he say?
So I'm like, okay. My next question, are you bisexual? And how far has this fetish gone for you? Like, have you actually acted on it? Or is it just like the visual aspect of it? I am deeply trying to understand, because on one side of me, it's like, shit, I watch girl on girl porn and I think it's healthy. I know that I'm a straight woman, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of sexy. So maybe that's what it is for him. So, you know, I'm going into it really trying to be optimistic, but knowing that it's like, this some other shit. So he was like, no. Initially he says, no, I've never acted on it in any way. It's just something that I enjoy watching. Okay, cool, right? So he was like, well, I'm glad that information didn't scare you off. So I'm like, I'm scared now, bitch, because what? And so as we're talking and he's getting more comfortable, because I didn't, you know, I didn't make him feel uncomfortable about his preference. He then goes on to tell me about this friend that he's had. I think it was like a friend from college who's a gay guy. And he has these wild parties at his house. The parties are giving very much orgy, very much group sex. He doesn't confirm that, but it's just the energy that Randall is giving and the way that he's excited about these stories. So at these parties, there are strippers that are there. Of course, they are male strippers. So from one of these soirees, he meets this particular stripper. They start a friendship, and then from that friendship, they become roommates for about 6 years with one another. So as he's telling me, you know, about, like, he tells me that about the roommate situation, and then immediately he sends me a video of said stripper. And when I tell y'all, this isn't like you can go on his Instagram or a Magic Mike reel. This is Pornhub OnlyFans energy. I'm talking about PP swinging and danging, dick for days. You see how I'm having because the dick was aggressive. It was left, it was right, it was up, it was down. He was doing like the you know, the Homer Simpson. I'm gonna insert that body roll situation. He's doing all of that, and dick is everywhere, right? So I'm clutching my pearls because I don't know if I should be turned on or frightened that this man is like, your dick is just half dinosaur at this point. So he was like, I used to help him record videos like this because it was so hot. with telling me, you know, he would help him record these videos. And one night, the guy was whacking his willy, and he left the room door open because he really enjoyed people watching him whacking his willy. And so from him whacking his willy, he started whacking his willy, and then there was a whole lot of willy whacking.
Currently overstocked on wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. And
willy whacking? I mean, but it was. So I was like, okay, you know, this is a slight progression from you telling me earlier that you only watch it on porn, but that's cool. And I was like, again, I'm going to ask you, are you sure that you're not bisexual? And he says to me, I don't know why my eye is itching. I've literally recorded this video 3 times, and every time I get to this point, my fucking eye starts itching because I think it's the audacity at this point. I don't really know. Any fucking way. So he says to me, he says, no, it's just that he enjoyed people watching him, and I enjoyed him coming in my mouth. Yeah. Yeah. You see how quickly that shit just... Like, what? You enjoyed him coming in your mouth? So he was like, mind you, they were roommates for 6 years. 6 years. And this went on for about 4 of the 6 years. I guess it didn't happen right away, but when it did, it was just like crazy. He had a girlfriend. The girlfriend knew about it. She was cool with it. It was a whole fucking thing. And I was like, you know, I don't mean to offend you, and I don't mean to keep pushing this narrative, but it very much feels a little bisexual. And you initially told me that it was just like something that you enjoyed watching, and now at 6'3", you're on your knees eating up someone's love juice. So I want to know, again, I'm gonna ask, how far has this fetish gone for you? Because me personally, as a woman, I have nothing wrong. I think that it is beautiful for a person to live in their truth. I think that you should love who the fuck you want to love. There is nothing wrong with that. But as a heterosexual woman, I am not comfortable. I do not desire a man who desires men, strictly because I know that there is a way that I cannot satisfy you, strictly because I do not have the anatomy to satisfy you. And I don't even want that seed planted. I don't need any of that shit. We trying to be positive energy over here. Whatever. Say what you say. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. So, I'm just telling them, you know, if it's that you're bisexual, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with. If you feel like this is something that you need, this is something that you're going to go seeking, even when you're in a relationship, I can't progress with you. And I'm just keeping it all the way a buck, because it's like, no, like, I don't even want to know that my nigga is out here gobbling kids. Any fucking way. Back to the story. So he says, he was like, no, you know what I mean? And then he was spicy with it. He was like, no, you know what I mean? Like, bitch, don't get no attitude with me. I'm just asking because I'm trying to understand, because you said one thing and now we two streets over now, shit. So tell me what's up. And he was like, the most that it's ever been was the situation with the roommate. So him gobbling kids from his roommate every time his roommate wanted to whack his willy. And yeah, bitch. And he was in the gym, and a couple approached him about joining in with them, you know, for their activities. And he agreed, which is like, what gym do you go to? Like, where this is what's happening, but whatever. And he agrees to, you know, be a part of the soiree. And the husband and wife are doing their thing. And once the husband finishes the performance, he finishes the performance on the wife. Mind you, he's just like, I guess, somewhere in a corner watching. I don't really know. It's giving creepy. So he was like, once he finishes on the wife's booty. He's so compelled by the motherfucking performance of the husband that he says, and I motherfucking quote, Randall, your exact words were, he went and he cleaned up the mess.
Unacceptable!
Bitch, what? You're bisexual. You're bisexual. You don't want to be confronted with it because I guess maybe you think that there's, I don't know. It very much gave me like, he thought that he would be judged, but it's like, bitch, look at what you're telling me. So now the whole conversations we having about failed relationships and how like women ghost you and block you, now it's making sense. So I guess with me, he was attempting to do it where he was honest up front, which I appreciated that. Be honest up front, because it would be very sucky for feelings and shit to be involved, and then you tell somebody some information that they choose to not move forward and progress with you with. It's nothing wrong with that, but like, these are big things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to tell somebody that shit. So I'm like, yeah, that's a no for me, boss. It's going to be a smooth no. For me, we could be friends, but I feel like there's a reality that you probably need to explore. And I think that you would have a better, like, you would be happier and you would be able to flourish in that kind of way, because in this time of conversation, like, I don't even have time to get into the whole motherfucking conversation, because mind you, this texting span is over the course of the night. Like, we text for about another 4 or 5 hours. So not only is he telling me about him gobbling up his roommate's kids, him cleaning up the mess of another man off of his wife's booty, he's sending me pictures of like, the gay friend has like this one little dip that he mess around with, who is a gorgeous, this boy was so pretty, like he was just gorgeous. And like, he's sending me pictures of the guy in like a string bikini bent over, like, sir, and you're asking me if this is hot, but then you're getting mad at me when I'm telling you, because I said, I would appreciate it if you stop sending me these pictures because it's making me uncomfortable. It's making me uncomfortable. Like, I feel like I reserve the right to say that. This motherfucker gonna tell me I'm making him uncomfortable because I don't want to continue on in this conversation. And I'm like, I can feel your dick getting hard telling these stories. And the fact that I know that is just a little uncomfortable for me. And the motherfucker blocked me. He blocked me. He fucking blocked me. And I'm just over here like, what? Why did I get blocked? You jump out the bag on me. You were running through a nigga house like a Tomb Raider with this information, and I'm the one that get blocked because I'm telling you to evaluate your preferences, because maybe there's a little bit more to it than what you're saying. I'm confused. So, of course, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even tell y'all this, but the whole reason that I even started the dating sites and shit is because my mom had this whole conversation about, you know, getting back out there trying to find love and shit. And I told her I would try, but then I decided to tell her that I decided to pack it back up for a little while longer because it's not giving what y'all said it was supposed to give.
It's not even giving what y'all said it was supposed to give.
Niggas is out here lapping up kids, but of course, you know, I'm sorry. But you know, fuck, like, what? What? No, and no again. I'm sorry. It's a smooth no for me. But yes, the bitch blocked me. Randall, you know, fuck you for blocking me just because, like, we could have been friends, bitch. We could have went shopping together. We could have did all kinds of fun stuff. But you chose to nut up because you like getting nut up. And I think that's crazy. This video ain't to shade, shun, knock anybody. It's literally just for shits, giggles, and laughs. So if you like it and you want to see more, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that little bell so you can hear when I pop on here talking my shit. And in the meantime, go listen to my motherfucking podcast.